Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over how actually a home buying checklist for first-time home buyers here in Victorville, California, or any area here in the high desert. We're gonna get your foundation started. Sorry, I need to slow down. We're gonna get your uh, foundation started to get you ready if you are thinking about buying a home here in the high desert in the Victorville area, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Oak Hills, Adelanto, Barstow. You know that we service all the areas up here. Now, if you don't know, my name's Angelica Bonilla, here with Excellence Real Estate here in the HD and the Bonilla Group. And we bring you videos every week about how it is to live here in the high desert and also how it is to buy a home, the process, and the process of selling your home as well. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a live video every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I know I started a little late, guys. I'm a little bit nervous doing a live, okay, but I'm going to take my time and I want to hit on a couple of programs like loan programs for anybody looking to buy. And we're going to go over like the contract, all of the items that I think you could negotiate as a home buyer in today's real estate market. That's very important because you have a little bit more negotiations on as a buyer. So the market's definitely on your side, okay? But I wanted to start it off by laying a foundation down and actually going through how important it is to really understand your financial situation. I understand that right now properties are expensive, right? They're high in price, interest rates are a little higher, and there's a lot of things to consider, especially right now when it's time to see if you and your family want to purchase a home. And that's why it's so important, I think, to start off the video with understanding and evaluating your credit score, your debt to income ratio, and your savings. Okay, so that's why I wanted to start the video there because I feel that it's very important because a lot of home buyers, as soon as they start seeing if, oh yeah, they want to buy a home and they don't really understand how important it is to write down everything that you pay out. Okay, so write down all of your debt, which is all of your credit cards, your car payment, and don't forget to write down if you're paying for childcare. It's very important for you to write down your childcare, how much you pay for food. I mean, the lender's not gonna ask you for that. I'm just trying to tell you how to get better prepared so that you can really see the amount that you actually want to qualify for, or if you could qualify to buy a home as well. Okay, because it's very important for you to take in all of your expenses. So that's what they call the debt to income ratio, right? They're going to see how much you make a year, which is your income, and then they're going to see all of your debt. Okay, so that's all of your credit cards, anything that you pay out. Okay, and they're also going to see your credit score. Okay, I get a lot of different calls from home buyers that actually want to wait to pay down some of their credit cards and work on their credit score, and then it's 3 years later and they still really haven't worked on putting together a plan to see if they can buy a home. And every year that keeps going by, it's either the interest rates are up or the houses are up or the interest rates are down and now you can't afford a house, right? So that's why it's very important, and I want to recommend for you to actually go ahead and see about sitting down with the lender, because the lender is not going to charge you to give you information. Okay, a lot of the lenders, what they do is they will pull your credit score if you want them to. Okay, but they can pull your credit score. They actually can tell you if what accounts you can pay off so that you can improve your credit score And that way you can be better prepared in 3 months, in 6 months, or in a year. Okay, so, and it's all going to end with you making the decision to know when you want to start getting qualified to buy a home. It's very important for you to understand all of those key factors when you're purchasing a home. And that's why I wanted to start the video off there, because I know a lot of first-time home buyers or buyers are confused because they think they just need to get a pre-approval from the lender, and then they start looking at houses. Okay, and a lot of real estate agents, they do work that way, where they just tell you get pre-qualified and now let's go look for the home. But actually, when we talk, or if we do talk, I'm actually going to guide you and tell you to write down your debt to income. Okay, so you can see, I want to see all your debt. I'm not going to see it, but I just want you to know exactly how much you owe and everything that needs to be paid out. And then you're going to see what's left, and you're going to see if that amount, it makes sense for you to purchase a home. Okay, because sometimes it's not going to make sense all the time for you to go ahead and see if you can buy a home if you can't afford it, right? It's very important. I don't want you to have that buyer's remorse where it's like you get approved, then you go buy a home, and then you're, what is it that they call it, house poor? I don't want you to be house poor, okay? So that's why it's very important for you to see all of your finances first, and then speak to a lender. Okay, speak to a lender. Let them help you and guide you with making sure you know all of your debt, to income. Hi, Jade. How are you? Thank you for coming back. Oh, ran out of room. I'm gonna look at your comments a little later, okay? Because then I get confused with everything that's going on. Okay, so yeah, so let me start over. Okay, so yeah, I want, then after you see what your debt to income is, then I want you to go ahead and have the lender actually, if you are ready to buy, or you feel that you are prepared financially, to actually speak with the lender, and then we get you pre-approved, okay, for a mortgage. It's very important for you to actually really get pre-approved, actually pull your credit, make sure the lender has your taxes. Okay, let me tell you what the lender's going to need from you if you are thinking about buying a home. Okay, he's going to ask you for 2 years of taxes, your 2 months of check stubs, 2 months of bank statements, all of your bank statements, your savings, and your main account. Okay, so that they can go ahead and get started with that information. They need your ID and your social security, and then they are going to make you sign a application, and then they can go ahead and pull your credit and see how they can guide you with finding out if you could qualify for a home loan. Okay, so the lender's going to go ahead and do a lot of that process with you. A good lender. Okay, I'm not a lender, I'm a real estate agent, but we have really great lenders that we work with. Okay, and we also have great lenders in our office. Okay, so whenever you guys want to stop by, we're on Bear Valley Road. You could definitely stop by and talk to a lender. She's here all the time. Okay, just let her know that I sent you. Okay, her name is Josie. Okay, so she's here all the time in our Bear Valley office here. So she can go ahead and see how we can help you get pre-approved for that home loan. But that's why it was so important for me to do this checklist for you, because I want you to, before we even start seeing houses, I know it's so fun to see houses on Zillow and do all this stuff. I get it. Okay. But when I get some calls from buyers where they're like, oh, I want to buy this home, but they're not pre-approved. They don't know if they can afford the property and they want to go see it. I get it. Okay. I want you to feel free to go and see all these houses that you like and you feel that it's gonna that match what you're looking for. But then at the same time, then when you get pre-approved and you're not able to buy that home, it's a little discouraging for, especially for first-time home buyers, to have to go through a process like that, because then they're like, oh, if I can't have that house, I can't have no house. But no, it's not that you can't have no house. You're just looking at the wrong house, okay, and the wrong price point. And that's why it's so important for you to get pre-approved with the lender first before you start shopping around or looking around for properties. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that it's better for you to know how much you qualify for before you start shopping. Okay. So, like I mentioned, get pre-approved for a mortgage. Okay. Really see what you can afford. The lender's going to give you a pre-approval. Okay. Let's say you get pre-approved for a home loan for 550, let's just say, okay, but you're more comfortable paying a mortgage at 400,000 or 380, okay, then that the lender's just going to give you your max of what you can qualify. That doesn't mean that you need to go and purchase a property at that 550, okay? That just means that you need to now you need to see where you're going to be comfortable at, and you need to see all the houses that are available and the condition of those homes, because that price point is going to cost you to probably get homes that are older, okay, not as upgraded, okay, maybe some carpet or tile floor, maybe the kitchen's not upgraded as well, but you're paying a big difference in a mortgage, and that's going to save you a lot of money monthly, okay. And there's a lot of things that home buyers can actually do by themselves or pay somebody to do a little bit of upgrades to the house, and that's not going to cost you as much as taking on a mortgage for 550,000. Okay, so I just want you to keep all of that in mind when you are looking to purchase your home up here in the high desert. Is really know your budget, your finances. Really make sure that you have your pre-approval before you start sending out offers or having your agent send out offers, okay? And always keep in mind that it's very important for you to show a pre-approval and your bank statements when you send out all of your offers, okay? That just shows the seller that you are serious. You did get prepared to buy a home, and you're prepared to take on that mortgage for that property, okay? I kind of wanted to hit on all of these little steps. They're little steps, but they're tedious steps, okay, if you ask me. And I feel that that's the foundation for you to go ahead and really find out what kind of property you're going to be buying out here in the high desert, okay? Because I'm going to be going over some stuff that you should be asking as a home buyer in your offers, okay? Because you have a lot of wiggle room right now, okay? So, and things that you need to make sure if you do get into escrow, like little things that you should be making sure you ask from the seller, okay? So you talk to your agent about these certain things, just things that come up here in the Victorville area. All right, so that's why I wanted to put together this quick little video, okay? So yeah, so what's the next step? It's actually finding the right real estate agent, okay? Seek a local agent, like a local specialist here in Victorville or all the high desert, who can navigate the market and provide you with some expert guidance. Okay, it's very important. I get calls from you guys all the time, and you guys ask me, oh, what about this area? What do you think about this? And it's perfectly fine, but you're using an out of area agent when I ask you if you have an agent. And it's perfectly fine. You guys can hire any agent that you feel is going to work for you. But at the same time, it would be a good idea to go ahead and hire an agent that's actually selling homes in the area that you want to move into, just so that they're going to know what they need to ask from the seller, how they can negotiate the offer, okay? Because every area is going to be different, especially out here in the high desert. We have septic tanks. I mean, there's just a lot of different things that we need to make sure that we ask for you guys, the buyer, because a lot of buyers don't really understand what it takes to maybe write that offer. Of course, it is our job, but I'm going to give you a couple of pointers just to make sure that if you did hire a different agent, just to make sure that you double check and see that all that is in your offer, okay? Because make sure that you're writing all these items, and I'm going to give you this little steps, okay? Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and take a question here from Jay, okay? Do you know anything about that new housing project they're going they're going to be putting in Hesperia? Okay, so do you know anything about that new housing project? Yeah, Jay, I have a video on my channel about the project. Okay, it's called Silverwood. I can go ahead in the end of the video, I'll go ahead and I'll give you some more information about that. But the video is on my channel. You can go ahead and check it out. It was just released yesterday. The video was just released yesterday. And you can go ahead and take a look at all of the new information. We don't have a lot of information, but I show you how it looks right now. And they're building out there. A lot of houses are going to be coming. Jay, were you looking to sell your Apple Valley house? Let me know, okay, if you want to sell your Apple Valley house. I can get you a house in Silverwood. No, okay. All right. So let me get back um, to my list, okay, that I want to cover. Okay, so after you go ahead, okay, so let's go over what we just covered. Okay, what's your first step? Okay, so you're laying down your foundation, you're understanding your financial situation. Okay, understand your credit score, understand your debt to income ratio. Okay, understand your savings. You are going to need some money to buy a house. Okay, I know that there's some programs out there where you don't need that much money to buy a property, or you can ask the seller to help you pay for closing costs. That's another option. Or you can ask the seller to help you buy down your interest rate. Okay, but I want you to keep in mind that you really need to make sure that you understand all of these steps before you start looking into properties, okay? Because the financial part of these steps is the crucial part, okay? It's very easy. Just get a regular piece of paper, okay? Regular piece of paper, and write down your debt, okay? I'm going to do it with you right now, okay? Your debt and then your income on one side. Okay, this simple, okay? Because a lot of people don't do it because they think they need a a worksheet, or no, just do this, okay? Write down all your debt, everything you pay, include your child care. A lot of people don't include child care, don't include all your things that you have to pay monthly, and then you see your income, and then you see if it makes sense, okay? That's how simple it is, but it's pretty rough because a lot of people don't take the time to do something that's simple. Is just to check to see if you can afford that property, okay? And then the second step is really understand that we have lenders, okay, that can actually help you every step of the way to get you pre-qualified. Okay, so let's say you talk to a lender and you can't qualify. You need to pay off some debt. Okay, you need to work on your credit score. The lender's going to help you do all of that. Okay, so you don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to go pay for a credit report or use a credit karma. The lender's going to have to pull the three credit bureaus. He's going to have to pull all three so that they can see which one of the three credit scores that they're going to use. Okay, so keep that in mind. So might as well just work with the lender. I'm telling you, work with the lender, make sure if you can't get approved right away, work with him and see what you can pay, what you need to do to get you qualified, and how much money you need saved to buy a house as well. Okay, so that's very important because you are going to, like I was mentioning, you are going to need some money to purchase a home. Okay, so make sure you understand all of these steps. Make sure you understand your budget. Okay, and very important. All right, guys. So now let's see. You spoke with the lender. You got your pre-approval letter. Okay, you have your agent. Okay, and now you're looking for homes, and you are wanting to see this home, that home. It's perfectly fine. Okay, but I want you to make sure that your real estate agent has your pre-approval letter, has a full DU is preferable. Okay, just not one sheet. Okay, I feel that a full DU approval just it shows the seller that you're very serious. Okay, because it shows your credit scores. It just shows everything on there, and that's something that we can use also when we send out your offers and we let the listing agent know, hey, our client is fully approved and ready to go if your seller accepts our offer. Okay. So yeah, make sure that you're fully pre-approved, that the lender has all your information, that he has your bank statements and the bank statement with where the money is located for you to buy the home. And it's very important for your realtor to know this too, because it's just funny because I was seeing this one agent was saying not to let your agent know how much you really qualify for, not to give out a bank statement. Okay, but I think you would do something like that if you don't trust the agent that you're working for. That's okay. I feel that that's when something like that should happen or would happen. Because if you were working with an agent that or has already helped you and is working with the lender together and they know how much you qualify for, where you actually want to be or stay under, okay? And I don't think that you should really need to do something like that to not give them the bank statement, okay? Because I feel that that's a major thing that I'm seeing. A lot of people are don't really trust the agents, and that's why they'll hold back on sending maybe the bank statement or really talking to the lender because it's you can use any lender that you like, and we could recommend you a lender as well. We could only recommend, you're going to make your decision. You can go ahead and check with 3 different lenders. They always say 3, so that way you could see what they're offering you, what loan programs they're offering you, and also what's the interest rate that they're offering you. Okay, so you're going to have to decide all that, but we need to be working with the lender, the agent. Your agent should be working with the lender as a team, because in the end of the day, if we don't work together, we don't know if you need to ask for closing costs. We don't know if you're getting a first-time homebuyer program or a program. We need to know all of that. So when we write that offer, your offer looks professional when you send it out to the seller. Okay, because then if we go back and we miss something, we didn't ask for closing costs, or we didn't ask for this because you need it because of your loan, and guess what? That's not going to look too good on your agent, that they really don't know what's going on with your personal information. Oh, all right. So, yeah. So choosing the perfect home. I know I'm going to get better at these lives, guys. Okay. And I really want to do this every week just so I can get on here and help anybody that has questions. Okay. So, choosing the right home. I know that you're going to start off with looking at Zillow. Okay. And and it's perfectly fine. Zillow's a very popular website. But what I get, sometimes I set up some of the buyers and send them our app, or I set them up with like a personal drip of homes of the price range that they're looking for. Okay, and people still go into Zillow and they start shopping on Zillow, which is perfectly fine. But the only difference is that sometimes on Zillow, you see houses that are in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure, but they're not really up for sale. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. I know Zillow is a great tool, or a lot of the buyers go and they see how much the the seller purchased that property for, but at the end of the day, they purchased that property and they got it for that price, but now they're wanting to sell it at market value. Okay, so I just want to, give you those little pointers that Zillow's a great tool. Just really know how to use it, and that way you're better informed, especially when it's time to see a house right away because it just hit the market and it's priced right, great condition, great location, and it's something that you're really interested in. Okay. So we're going to go and define your needs. Okay. Sometimes what I do, I'll listen to what you want. Okay. So we'll go over what your price point is, how many bedrooms you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and tell you and be honest with you because I know the market here. So if you tell me a price point, I'm going to tell you exactly where you're going to have to go purchase a home because of that price point. And I'm going to be honest and tell you, you probably need to go up a little, or you could go down a little in this area, or you need to go up in this area. So that way you're better prepared when you are looking for houses, okay? Because it's very important. Sometimes I go in there and I'll send you like 10 to 15 homes, but those homes, I actually went through the 300 homes or 400 homes that are on the market, and I actually take a look at it and I see what's going to fit you best by what you have mentioned to me that is important to you. Okay, a lot of people have different items that they need in their home, or they're like, if there's no three car garage, I don't want the house, right? If there's no pool, I don't want the house. So I know that's very important for a lot of you when you're buying a home, that you get a specific items that you're looking for. Okay, so we're definitely going to go ahead. We're going to go define your needs. We're going to determine the size of a home that you need. Okay, we're going to determine the features of the property. Okay, so if you want a 2-story, a single story, you want to buy in a rural area, or you want to live closer to the city, or you just want to stay in Hesperia, or you want to just look at homes at Apple Valley. All of that stuff we're going to go over. Okay, yeah, so we're going to go over location and the area that best fits your lifestyle. Okay, up here in the high desert, I'm pretty sure, I mean, up here it's going to be a very outdoorsy lifestyle. So if you're moving here, you want to really check out the lifestyle that you're going to be having here. It's more laid back, relaxed, and it's definitely an outdoor vibe up here. Okay, so keep all of that in mind when you're looking to purchase your home here in the high desert. Okay, make sure you know what kind of lifestyle you're going to be having. Okay, so let's explore. This is a question that I get all the time. Okay, so let's explore some of Victorville's neighborhoods. Okay, I know you're probably, if you're looking to Victorville, Hesperia, Apple Valley, all of the high desert. Okay, I know that if you're looking to buy a home, this is the main thing that I always get asked. Which ones, what neighborhood is the best neighborhood, and where are the best schools? So it's very important for you to research the neighborhoods out here. Okay, research the different areas. Okay, consider the amenities, like how close are you to different like shopping, okay, supermarkets, just all the amenities. Okay, you're going to want to research that. You're also, like I mentioned, the schools and school grade, okay, and the school rating. You're gonna want to check into all that too, because out here in the high desert, we do have a couple of schools that have a really good score, and we also have some schools that are not the best rated schools. Okay, so I would suggest for you to kind of look into the schools that were as well. Okay, and the community vibe. Okay, that's why I always mentioned that probably you might want to come and maybe stay out here for a weekend before you make your big move here to the HD. So that way you can get the vibe for every community. It's a little bit different. It is very quiet, it is very relaxing. Okay, there's some areas that are not like that. And then there's some areas that are like that. And there's a little bit of everything out here. Okay. But I wanted to cover a couple of neighborhoods out here in the high desert because that's the biggest thing that I get asked on my channel is what are the best neighborhoods here in the HD. Okay, so I can't really tell you, oh, this is the best or this, because they're all going to have their good and their bad, right? But there is a really nice neighborhood here. It's called Spring Valley Lake here in Victorville. Okay, the reason that I like Spring Valley Lake. Okay, I know that some people feel that it's too expensive probably to live in Spring Valley Lake. They do have an HOA. Okay, it is a little bit more expensive for the HOA, but they do have a lakefront community. Okay, so Spring Valley Lake is a master plan community here in Victorville. So I just want to tell you that we have Spring Valley Lake, we have Silver Lake in Helendale. That's another beautiful community here that has also a lake, okay, close in it, and the restaurants that's overlooking the lake. Very quiet, very nice neighborhood in Silver Lake. They have a golf course as well. Okay, so very nice, beautiful communities. It also has an HOA. Okay, so there's a lot of different communities out here, and now with Silverwood in Hesperia, okay, that's our new master plan community that we're going to be getting 500 to 600 homes. Okay, that's the first phase, and I want to help you buy some of those homes. Okay, yeah, so it's very important for you to go ahead and check out. I'm gonna put the video up here for Silverwood, the new master plan community that's coming to the high desert. It's also going to be having an HOA because they're going to have a pool, they're going to have parks. I mean, I'm excited for that community just because out here there's not a lot of places that have an HOA. I don't think people that move here really like to own properties in an HOA, but if you're going to have hiking trails, a pool, parks, schools, I mean, all of that included, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to really be interested in seeing if they can purchase a home in uh, Silverwood in Hesperia. Okay, so I also wanted to kind of mention all of the new construction homes. So that's going to be closer to like the 395. Okay, that's where all of the new home construction is happening. So that area is called Sunset Ridge. It's an older community. If you Google Sunset Ridge Park, I have a video of the park. I'll link it here so you can see the park. Okay, so I'm going to link the video to Sunset Ridge Park so you can kind of see the little vibe there. And in that community around it, that's where all the new houses are. So definitely go check it out. Okay. There is DR Horton, there's Richmond American, and then there's some other home builders. Legacy Homes is in there they're still building new houses in that area. So if you're looking for like a newer house, okay, not too much of a big backyard, okay, 2-story, single story, you'll find a little bit of everything. And that's where you're going to find all that new home construction in that area off of the 395. Okay, so when you're buying a new home, I want you to keep in mind that you should, I'm pretty sure, hopefully, you already have picked out your agent, okay? Because when you're buying a new home, I recommend that you do use an agent that you choose, because if you go to these communities without your agent, they're going to want you to work with the sales rep in the community, okay? So just keep that in mind before you start seeing any new homes, okay? All right, so those are the communities that I wanted to cover. So if you're looking to get more info about different communities, go ahead and check out my playlist. I'll go ahead, I don't know if I'll link it here, I'll put it down below. I'll put a playlist with all the driving tours that I have on my channel about all the different communities that we have here in the high desert, okay? All right, so let's talk about when you are ready to start making appointments, start seeing properties. Okay, I want to explain how all that works. Okay, so if you're working with us, we probably already text you our mobile app, so you can go ahead and start looking for homes straight from the app. You can message us from the app as well. We'll get the messages. And if you like a property, we're going to go ahead and we're able to see what you like, what you don't like. So that way we can get a better understanding and give you a more personalized showing with all the properties that you really do want to see and that you do like, okay? Because once you start like clicking on the little heart, okay, in the mobile app, and I start seeing all the houses that you like, I'm going to get an idea of what we're looking for and what you are looking for as a buyer, okay? So after you download the app, start looking at all the houses that we emailed you. Um, Click on all the houses you do like. We're going to go ahead and set up a call. I'll go over all the houses that you liked. Then I'll pick out a list of homes that you really do, you want to see and you really like, okay? And then that's when we'll set up the home tour, okay, for all the houses that you want to make sure that we take you to go and see. Now, we as sorry. So we're going to go ahead and set up all of your showings. We need to call and make appointments, okay, because some of the houses they have people living in them. Okay, so we'll go ahead, set up the houses, tell you the schedule. Okay, we try to keep the schedule en route to where like we're keeping a route to the different houses, but sometimes the schedule, we might have to go somewhere over here and then we have to come back over here because that's the time that they want us to show the property. And but we'll try to schedule it out to where we can stay on track, so that way we don't have you all over the high desert from one corner to another. Okay, which we'll try to keep you on point. Okay, so that way you are not all over the high desert. Okay, just driving. So yeah, so we'll arrange all of the private showings for you. You don't have to worry. Then you're gonna go ahead and you'll get an email with the list of properties that we're going to be showing you, and it's going to go by order. Okay, we're going to go to number one, we're going to go to number two. You're always going to have all the houses and the address that we're going to go to, and then while we're going to the different houses, we'll go ahead and shoot you a text. Okay, this is the house we're going to go see next. There's the house we're going to go see next. Okay, while we're doing the tour, we're going to be prepared for you. Okay, so what do I mean by being prepared for you, okay, as a buyer? Okay, so when you go see a house, we're gonna know if it has air conditioning, what kind of flooring, when did they do some upgrades, okay? Um, what are other questions that people might ask? They might ask, oh, is there any permits for this extra room? Okay, there's a lot of different things that we get asked. Oh, does the house have a septic tank? Does it not have a septic tank? Is the property located to what school? Is the property located to the shopping. Okay, so we're going to be able to tell you all of that information because we live in the area. Okay, so if we go show you a house, I'm going to know exactly where the shops are, the restaurants, the school. Okay, we're going to know exactly where everything is because we live here and we know the area. So that's why it's so important to work with the local neighborhood expert, because it's not just about going and open a door and there you go see the house and that's it. No, I'm going to tell you if it's what kind of air conditioning. Is it a AC unit? Is it an evaporated unit? Okay, is it on septic? Is it not on septic? Okay, does it have some kind of permit on it? If I see any extra rooms in the back, I'll check to see if I see any permits, or I'll text the agent to get all that info for you. I will start seeing the information that you asked me, and based on that information, I'm going to make sure that we have all those questions for you. Okay, so that's the difference when you see when you pick an agent that actually lives in the area. We could tell you all of that info. I could tell you, oh, what do I think about the neighborhood? All I can tell you is what I think about the neighborhood, because I always tell you I don't live in all of the neighborhoods, okay? But I can tell you what I think about a neighborhood, okay? But I don't live in all of them, but I could definitely help you uh, navigate and guide you through the neighborhoods, okay? So let's keep on going, okay? So let's say this is my next topic on here, okay? Making an offer or writing an offer and negotiating your terms. Okay, so it's very important that when you're talking with your agent or you're crafting, okay, a competitive offer, it's very important to know a lot of factors about the property, okay, because if the property here in the high desert, we have a lot of homes that do have a septic tank, okay, and that's just how the sewer is taken care of with the property, okay. A lot of I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just trying to tell you what you need to what to expect. Okay, when you're writing your offer, it's very important for you to ask for a septic tank certificate from the seller. Okay, so what is a septic tank search? Okay, certificate is when the seller goes ahead, they pump out the septic tank. The person that pumps out the septic tank is also going to put in a little camera, and they're going to be able to see if there's any cracks, if there's anything wrong with the septic tank. Okay, and then guess what? They're going to give you that certificate certifying that the septic tank is good to go. Now, if the person that goes out there and pumps the septic tank, the company that goes out there and pumps the septic tank, they see that there's something wrong with the septic tank, they're not going to certify the septic tank. Okay, what does that mean? Meaning that the seller is going to have to go and see how much it's going to take to repair the septic tank. Okay, so it's very important for you to really know all of this stuff, because if you're working with an agent that's out of town and then you're trying to negotiate this septic, anything to do with the septic after you open escrow, some of these sellers are not going to probably want to do that. And you're already in escrow, now you have to pay for that that inspection of the septic, okay? And I mean, it can cost you quite a bit, okay? $400 probably. They do need to dump it, okay, to do their inspection. So just little things to consider. Ask for a septic certificate when you're writing up your offers, okay? I have a couple of things that I wanted to cover with that. Also, if you are needing closing costs, of course, you're going to be working with your agent on this. So let's say you need $5,000 for your closing costs. Make sure that when you're negotiating your contract, you are writing down that you need closing costs, okay? Now, for a lot of you buyers, if the seller's giving you like a certain credit or selling you the house as is, whatever you negotiated with your agent. You're either going to be asking for a termite uh, section 1 clearance. Okay, that's just if any termite is visible in the property. Okay, the seller is going to take care of getting that um, fixed, and they give you that section 1 clearance termite report. Okay, they'll give you the termite report, and they'll tell you it's clear. There's nothing. There's no termites. Okay. Now, that's something that you should probably think about asking from the seller. Not, I mean, if you're getting a good deal on the house, then you're going to have to probably pay for that report, which is not much money. Okay, we have a company that we have and we work with, and they probably charge like what's it, $98 or so. Okay, prices could probably change, but at the right now it's about $98 for a termite report. Okay, so, and we talked about the septic, it's very important, septic tank certificate, and ask for a home warranty for the property. Okay, home warranties are about $650, and that's going to cover anything that can come up with the property for about a year. Okay, make sure that you go ahead and use review all the home warranties, because you really should be seeing what the home warranty is going to be covering, so that way you know and you're better prepared. Okay. Yeah, so let me go back to crafting your competitive offer. Okay, so when you're writing your offer, sending over your offer to a seller, you're going to want to keep in mind the condition of the property, the location, okay, what you feel is a good price point for the property. Let's say if it's probably priced in a certain way, and you probably feel that that's you and your agent have gone over some comps, and you're seeing what's selling in the area, it's not really maybe that upgraded, okay, then you might want to go ahead and send a competitive offer to the seller, okay? And that's go ahead and try to see if you can get it at market price, okay, based on the condition of the home. It's very important for you to have your agent check on the comps in the area, so that way you can feel comfortable that you are writing a good offer for a property. Always keep in mind that, because it's one thing that I always get asked from home buyers. Okay, I want you to keep in mind that when you are getting a home loan, the bank is going to send out or get the bank is going to ask for an appraisal to get done on the property that you're buying. So you're never going to overpay for a property if you don't want to. Okay, so the bank is going to ask to get an appraisal done on the house. They're going to check and see what's selling, and they're going to tell you if it is priced correctly or if it's not. Okay, so I know that we're going over a lot of information. Okay, so let me try to see the questions here, so I can kind of go over some of them, but I don't know if I should go over this one because it's for a different subject. But let me see this. Okay, don't forget to tell them about the raising costs of insurance. Yes. Oh, Jay, that's a good one. Okay, yes. I do have videos on my channel about the raising cost of insurance. When you're buying a property, it's very important that, yes, you are going to be seeing or looking into home insurance. Get a couple of quotes. You could see if you can bundle your insurance with your car, your house. Okay, so see if that's gonna be cheaper for you. You can look into that. Okay, but yes, you are gonna need a home insurance and a fire insurance when you're buying a home here. Okay, in the high desert, or buying a home anywhere. If you need a home loan, you're gonna be required to get home insurance. Okay, so look into that. Let me see. This is the second question. You have to pay in full upfront for insurance. Yes. Yeah, you do. I think when you buy the house, yeah, you do need to pay for the full year of the insurance. So that is going to come out of pocket for the home buyer. Okay, Jay, he says, I have a quick question. Where is the best place to get flan? You know what, Jay? Out here in the high desert, I used to love Vallarta. Okay, flan. I used to buy like the big one. Oh my God, so good. Vallarta was a good place to get flan, but I went to Vallarta the other day. The tacos are still, I think they're better than some of the street tacos in Vallarta, but the flan wasn't that good. We didn't like it. It kind of tasted like coconut, or I don't know, it's just not that great. So the flan, I wouldn't be able to recommend something right now, but if I think of anything, I'll leave a comment down below. Okay, they should start making more duplex up here. So a couple of couples can go, oh, like, yes, yeah, we do need more townhomes and duplex up here. That is true. So, I mean, thank you for all your questions, Jay. I really do appreciate you um, um, reminding me about the insurance. Okay. Thank you for all your questions. All right, so go ahead. Let's go back. Okay, so putting together a competitive offer. Okay, so when the housing market is high, okay, like it's fast, it's the interest rates are low, prices are good, and I mean you need to write those best offers. Of course, you're gonna want to be offering asking price, right? Or send offers at asking price. Try not to ask for closing costs and other things like that. But in today's real estate market, okay, that's why I wanted to do this video. You have a little bit more wiggle room as a home buyer. Okay, so I know interest rates are high and homes seem not to be going down, but I want to tell you, you have a little bit more wiggle room in this market than you did in the another market. Some people were overpaying for properties. Okay, so it's very important for you to see what are the different what's happening locally and what's the different things that you could do as a home buyer. Okay, so right now you can negotiate closing costs. You can negotiate if you want the seller to buy down your interest rate or help you buy down the interest rate. Okay, now go ahead and keep in mind, pick either or, because some sellers are not going to give you the whole thing. Okay, but they'll consider paying for some options. Okay, we are seeing home sellers here in the high desert also considering paying that buyer's compensation. Not every seller, it's optional. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Okay, so don't come for me. Okay, just telling you what I'm seeing, that a lot of the sellers are paying for that compensation because it's just taking longer for them to be able to sell their home. So they actually do need that buyer's agent to come in and bring their client. So they're more open to giving out that home buyer's compensation. Okay, so we're seeing more. Um, what is it? What are we seeing? We're seeing like it's a better market for a home buyer right now because you're seeing a lot sellers giving you a lot more items than they were before. Okay, that's what we're experiencing in this market. Okay, now I'm gonna just give you a couple of pointers when you are thinking about writing your offer. Okay, if you're asking for closing costs, if you're asking to the seller to pay or help you pay for your buyer's agent compensation, go ahead and just keep in mind that maybe you might not want to ask for like a price cut on the house. Okay. Okay. Or if you're looking for a price cut and the seller is going to pay for your closing costs or your agent or help you pay down the loan, then you might want to consider a different price for the house. Okay. Give them asking price. Just be a little mindful because some of the sellers might not just give you everything that you want, but you could get really great deals right now. Okay, so keep that in mind. You could get really good deals if you have your own closing costs, if you have your own down payment, of course. Okay, and you could pay your own agent. Then maybe you could ask the seller to negotiate on the home if you're able to cover all those expenses, or if they're able to cover your agent and you have your closing costs. Now you can negotiate a little bit on the house, and maybe the seller is going to be more open to that. Okay, so those are the type of things that you need to consider when you're writing those offers for those these high desert sellers. Okay, do either or. That's what I always recommend. Okay, don't try to take everything, because then sometimes they'll just deny your offer or not accept your offer. And sometimes it can be little things that maybe the seller's going to be like, oh no, maybe that this buyer is going to be too much. They want too much. Okay. They go through all of this. Okay. When they're seeing the offers, a lot of sellers, they'll question everything, or then they'll be like, no, we're not going to take it. And then they come back to me the next day. Okay. Call them up. Let's negotiate this and see if we can do it. Okay. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, but things can happen. Okay. Yeah, so be prepared, like I was talking, to negotiate with the seller. Okay, be prepared to make counter offers, and reach out to, sorry, I'm reading over here. Yeah, so just be prepared, okay? Just be prepared to negotiate a little bit, especially if you're asking for closing costs, if agent compensation, you want to pay down some of the, help have the seller pay for some of uh, the money so that you can pay down your interest rate. Okay, so you can get a lower interest rate. Just keep all of this in mind, that when we are going to go ahead and maybe the seller will send you a counter, then we can go ahead and agree to the terms, or you could still send out another counter and see what the seller is going to tell you. Okay, so you just need to be open to negotiate back and forth with the seller, especially if it's a house that you feel that it is going to help you and your family. Definitely, okay, be open to counter offers. Okay, so it's very important for you to understand the contingencies. Okay, when it comes to real estate, it's you have there's different time frames that we need to keep when you are buying a home. Okay, now a lot of people are probably saying, what's a contingency? Okay, so when you open escrow, you have 3 days to put in your earnest money deposit. What's an earnest money deposit? This is a deposit that you're going to deposit into escrow. When we write your offer, I'm going to ask you, what do you feel comfortable with giving as your earnest money deposit? It's always 1% of the purchase price. That's what we try to do. Some people don't feel comfortable doing 1% of the purchase price, and sometimes they want to offer lower. It's going to be up to the seller if he wants more, or he'll just accept your offer with the amount that you're giving him for an earnest money deposit. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You are going to be needing to make an earnest money deposit to escrow within 3 days, not 4, not 5, within 3 days. Okay, so if you can put it in the same day, the next day, by the third, before the, on the third day, just do it. Not on the fourth day, do it on the third day. Okay. Okay, so that's the main thing. You're going to want to put in your earnest money deposit within 3 days to escrow. Okay, where is that extra from your down payment? No, or your that is not extra. Okay, when they ask you to put in the difference of your money, like from your 3.5% maybe that you're putting down, escrow is going to ask you for the difference. Okay, so if your down payment is 10,000, she's not going to ask you for 10,000. If you put in 3,000 into escrow, she's only going to ask you for 7,000. Okay, and if anything goes up in price or whatever. Okay, so yeah, so just keep that in mind when you are um, doing that you are going to have contingencies. That is the first step that you're going to be doing when you open escrow. Okay, so now your first contingency, when you do your, okay, it's going to be all of your inspections period for the house. Okay, so if you want to check the roof, you want to do your termite report, you want to do your septic report, anything that you want to do to the house, you want to go get an extra person to go check for mold. You want to check for the pipe from the septic tank, whatever you want to do. Any inspection that you want to do, you have 17 days to go ahead and complete all of those inspections. Okay, excuse me. Now, if you are, it's 17 days, almost 17 days, and you still haven't finished on some of the inspections that you wanted to do, then we can go ahead and ask the seller for an extension. Okay, and it's going to be up to the seller if he's going to want to grant the extension or if he's not. Okay, but you have 17 days to complete all of your investigations about the neighborhood, about the house. Okay, and I mean, you also have to do order your appraisal. Okay, so that's done within the first week too. So you're gonna be ordering your appraisal. Who pays for the appraisal? You're gonna pay for the appraisal as a buyer. Okay, it's gonna pay anywhere from $550 to $650. Okay, you're gonna pay it. You also have a loan contingency, and you're gonna have to make sure that we know that you can purchase the property within that time frame. Okay, so that's a different contingency. Okay, always keep in mind that you're able to ask sellers for extensions. Okay, because it's a lot of agents don't want to send out extensions, but you really should, just so that way the seller knows what's going on with the property. Okay. Yeah, so those are the major contingencies that you really should consider. I mean, there's other things that are involved, but it's just a lot of info, okay, to do a whole 30 or 45-day process, okay? But I just want to give you like the little basis of your, buyer's checklist here. So that way you're better prepared when it comes to making sure you're ready and you're ready to go and you know everything that needs to go with the process of buying a house, okay? So understanding the contingencies is important, okay? So financial contingency, your inspection contingencies, and your appraisal contingencies, okay? And they're all at different times. Okay. So now let's go over a couple of items like the home inspection and closing, okay? So through all of your home inspection, it's very important, okay? Your tia, your uncle, the grandpa, I understand, okay? I want you to go through the report and we're going to go over anything that's health and safety for the property, okay? Um, a lot of stuff can come up, okay? You are buying a property. A lot of buyers feel that the seller probably should have known that those items needed work. Sometimes a lot of the sellers don't really, they think everything's fine. They don't know that those items are not working, okay? And I just want you to keep in mind that when you're doing your home inspection, we really need to sit down and look at the report, okay? And if you are gonna bring over family or, okay, if they wanna participate when the home inspector's there, so that way they can ask questions to the home inspector, that's great too, okay? But I want you just to keep in mind that if anything comes up in the home inspection, then it's going to be your decision to get whatever came up, get that inspected again with a professional. So if it's the AC, get an AC guy. If it's the roof, get a roof guy to give you a quote and see if that's something that really needs to be fixed, if it's the pipes, whatever it is. You need to go ahead and then sit down and see if you want to investigate it more or if you want to cancel. Okay. Now, before you cancel, you need to check to see if there's really something wrong with it. And that way we can try to go and negotiate with the home seller. so we can get it fixed through the home seller, okay, or for them to give you a credit. Now, this is another thing. A lot of people don't understand quite how a credit works. Okay, you're not going to get a check when escrow closes. Okay, if a seller is giving you a credit because instead of them fixing something that was wrong, they want you to take care of it after you close escrow. Um, what they're going to do is offer you closing costs, or if I give you $1,000 more in closing costs, or if I give you $500 more in closing costs, can you go ahead and take care of it after? Okay, so what does that mean? So we're going to go ahead and say you want $500 because a certain item is not working. Now you're going to go ahead and we're going to ask the seller, can you cover this item? If he doesn't want to fix it and he counters back and says, no, he'll give you a credit for this much, okay, then you can go ahead and accept it. Or if you really want the seller to do it, then we need to negotiate, okay? But he can go ahead and give you another credit for the items that you want it fixed, okay? But it's not going to come to you via a check, or it's not going to be an extra check when you close. They're going to give it to you as a closing cost credit, okay? Just so that you kind of understand that process. Okay, now everything that we're discussing here is just my process, okay? If you're working with a different agent, they're going to have a different process that they're going to take you through, okay? So that's why you got to see who you're going to be working with and see who can help you the best, okay? Yeah, so I hope that all of this information is something that is going to help you get prepared when it's time to, get ready to purchase your home. Okay, so it's very important to understand all the process, of course, okay? So, yeah, don't worry about this. Is another thing that I get from home buyers that, oh, I don't know a home inspector, or how am I going to get this? How am I going to do that? Well, don't worry. That's why we're here. Okay. I know we make it seem easy because a lot of people go through the buying process and they're like, oh, that was easy. I didn't need a realtor. Well, that's why you hired us. Okay. We have everything in place to make it feel that easy and that smooth. That means you're getting a great customer service. Okay. Just keep that in mind, guys. Okay. That's why we're there, is to make it as a lot easier. So we're going to find you your home inspector. I always give you three options. I'll give you someone that I work with. I'll give you a company that has cameras, does all this stuff, more higher price company, but they'll go out there and really check everything on the property. And then I'll give you a third option. Okay, so you will decide which inspector you're going to be hiring to do your home inspection. Okay, always keep that in mind. So we're going to be able to give you all of the vendors, especially that are working here locally. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. We have a septic guy, we have a trash haul guy. Okay, we have the home inspectors, we have the insurance guy. Okay, so if you want like to find different quotes for your home insurance, we have that too. But of course, this is all things that we offer our clients here in the high desert. Okay, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, we just need to worry about finding what's wrong with the house, making sure we can negotiate with the seller, make sure that you are happy with everything that we're able to ask the seller to cover, not to cover, or give you a credit. Okay, so yeah, make sure that you understand how negotiating the repairs, okay, really works. And actually, also using the home inspection report as leverage to request the repairs and the price adjustment, okay? Because a lot of buyers, yeah, the inspection report is your report. You own it because you paid for it. Um, yeah, you're going to pay for the home inspection report and any report that you want. to get done on the property. If it's mold, if it's the septic, or if the seller didn't agree to it, you're going to have to pay that out of your pocket. Okay. So consider that, okay, when you're getting ready to purchase a home. So yeah, you're gonna we're gonna want to send over the home inspection report to the seller so that he knows and he can see what's in the report and what we're asking for. Okay. So very important. We are going to have to share that report with the seller so that way he knows that we're not just making it up, that what we're saying is really broken or is not working. Okay. Now, closing the deal and coordinating with the lender, with the escrow officer, okay, with anybody that's involved to make sure that we have a smooth closing process. Okay, when you're buying a home, it's very important for you to make sure that before you close on the property, I know you're excited, but if we go see the house, it's probably going to be 5 days before you're scheduled to close. Let's say you already signed your loan docs, you're ready to go. 5 days before you close or 4 days before you close, we're going to go see the property again, and we want to see if the seller's almost moved out, or how clean did he leave the house, or did he leave all of the items that he needed to leave in the property. The property just needs to look how it looked when you went to go see it. Okay. And yeah, a chandelier or things like that, items like that need to stay with the house. Anything that's attached with the house. A lot of people don't leave their cameras. I wouldn't know why, because I mean, I probably would just buy new cameras, but a lot of people want to take their cameras. They want to take their storage sheds. They want to take the tree from the back of the house. Okay. So all these little things that we just need to make sure that are still at the house when we do your final walkthrough. That's what they call it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that everything's good with the house before we close on the house. If it's not to your standing, then we'll just delay the closing until it gets done. Okay. So it's very important to make sure that we don't close it, because a lot of people are like, just close it, just close it. And then we have to deal with doing all this stuff. The seller, after you close, it's hard to get some people to do stuff. Okay. So we need to make sure that we get everything that you want before we close the house. Okay. All right. So yeah. So coordinating with the lender. Okay. We're going to be in touch with the lender every step of the way, especially when it's time to close, and especially when it's time to get loan docs. Escrow will coordinate and call you and make sure what time you can come into the office. Okay, we have our office here in Bear Valley Road, and we also have our escrow right here. So it makes it a little bit easy for you to do all the process in one area. So if you're a home seller out there, we can accommodate you in that way. If you're a home seller here in the high desert, we have escrow, we have lender, we have everything here in our office. Okay. I want you to come and stop by and check out our office. It's really nice. Okay, on Bear Valley Road. Now, tips for a successful home buying journey. All right, guys. So I'm almost done. Thank you so much. Okay. I know there's a lot to go over. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips, and then I'm going to go ahead and answer if there's any questions. And I'm going to get better and better with doing these lives. I know I will. Okay, so let's go over some tips, okay, for a successful home buying journey. I want you to stay informed, okay? Keep up with the market. Keep up with the market trends, the interest rates, and the local regulations here in the high desert. We're going to keep you informed, okay? Of course, if the rates go up, if the rates go down, if you didn't lock in your interest rate, the lender's going to be on top of that. Now, if I see any trends in the market while we're in escrow, me or Laura are going to go ahead and keep you informed about that as well. Okay. So it's very important to choose the right agent. Okay, guys. So, and the next thing is to be patient, okay? Be persistent. I understand that when you're buying a home, you're probably going to feel a little, well, not a little, a lot of overwhelm because the lender's going to ask you for the same thing over and over. We need the bank statement. We need this. We need to verify. We need the letter of verification for employment. Okay, there's a lot of steps that go into that when not until you're in it, the process, you don't understand. And then you're probably thinking, wow, okay, now I understand why uh, it's important to hire a real estate agent, okay, and a lender, because there's a lot of steps that are involved in the back end that a lot of you people don't see, or a lot of buyers don't see, a lot of sellers don't see, a lot of things that are happening that are going back and forth with every transaction, okay? So it's just very important for you to stay patient. Okay, stay persistent. When the lender asks you for a certain item, go ahead and make sure you email it out right away. Okay, make sure you, this is a little tip too, like make sure you have your bank statements every month until you close on the house. So that way you're prepared. So if the lender asks you, oh, can you get a bank statement? You already have it on your desktop ready to go, your new bank statement. Oh, I need this. And the lender's going to verify your employment again before they close escrow. So they'll verify it in the beginning and they'll verify it again when before they close escrow. Okay, there's going to be a lot of back and forth and a lot of things to double check. Okay, and especially you need to be patient if you are um, using like a first time home buyer program or any program like that. It's going to take you 30 to 45 days to close on those loans. Okay, it takes longer. So just remember to be patient. It is going to feel a little overwhelming because they are going to ask you the same things back and forth, but it's a process, and you just need to remain patient and don't get discouraged. Okay, that's what I tell all my buyers because they're like, oh, what do I do next? What do I do next? Just relax. Let's handle this right now, and then we're going to move on to the next step when it's time to move on to the next step. Because why do we need to move here if we're not finished here? Okay, so just follow the process until you get to the closing table. Okay, so be patient. Okay, um, that's my biggest tip. Okay, enjoy the process and embrace the journey. Celebrate your milestones and learn from this experience. Okay, I hope that you guys were able to take a little bit of tips, or I'm going to work on staying on point. I'm just going to get better and better doing these lives every week. Okay, that's why I want to do them. And I want to come on here because I do want to see what your questions are, what you guys want to know. Okay, so I'm going to see you next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So that way, if you have any questions, I'm going to see what topic we're going to talk about next. Okay, and we're going to keep moving every week, giving you all the info that you need. I am going to be doing seller videos too, because I think right now it's very important for home sellers to know what's going on with the real estate market right now, because you are seeing a little pushback from buyers. Okay, so I am going to be working on sellers videos and guiding you how to get your home ready and all of that stuff. Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this home buyers checklist for first-time home buyers in Victorville or all the high desert, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Oak Hills, Adelanto, and Barstow. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this list. Now, I wanted to, before I leave you, I wanted to go over a couple of loans that you can look into and see if maybe you can qualify. Okay, because there's a conventional loan. I already mentioned this one. Conventional loan, 3% down, no PMI insurance, and they're giving 20 up to $20,000 for anybody that's buying a home here in San Bernardino County. If you want to buy a home in Los Angeles County, it's up to 50,000. Okay, so maybe you might want to see if you can qualify for that loan, and it's a grant. Okay, so I mean, grants are usually money that it's given, okay, so you don't have to pay it back. So maybe that's something that's going to work for you. Conventional loan, 3%. I'm not a lender, okay, I'm just giving you information, okay. So go ahead and contact us if you are interested in that loan program, and we'll try to give you more information, because you do need to have a 650 and higher to qualify for that program, okay? Now there's another conventional loan, 3% down. I think it was, yeah, 3% down. They're giving $6,500 grant money. Okay, I don't, there's not that many restrictions on that loan, but again, we can see if a lender can give you more information on that. And now I was looking into this program. It's called NACA, okay, home loans, and they actually pay for your closing costs and your down payment, okay, which is amazing. But they do require you to take some classes to get you prepared for buying a home. Okay, and I don't know. I guess like you're gonna have a counselor. I'm gonna see. I want to get certified to be able to help people purchase homes with this home program. It's called NACA, NACA. Home loans. Okay, look it up online. I'm gonna educate myself more on that home loan, and that way, if I'm able to help more families uh, get into a home with no closing costs and no down payment, why not? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and educate myself on that home program too. And of course, you can see if you can qualify for any first-time home buyer program. Okay, so let me see, Jade. I wanted to answer this question. I don't know. I don't know if you're here or not, but or maybe I should leave it the about your house in Wisconsin. Okay, do you need an agent? Do you need me to help you find an agent in Wisconsin to help you sell your property there? I would love the opportunity, give me a call, okay? I didn't want to go all over the place, but I did see your comment. But if you need help with selling your Wisconsin property, I would love to help you find an agent in the area that can help you, okay? I'm going to text you my cell phone so that way you could just let me know if you do need my help uh, referring you an agent. And that way they can help you sell your Wisconsin property. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll look for the agent. I'll look at their reviews, if they do any videos online, okay, and all that stuff for you, so that way you don't have to do it. Okay, so yeah, we can definitely see how we can help you look for an agent to help you sell your Wisconsin home. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back here next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Bye, guys.